Have you ever felt trapped in a painful situation, unable to move forward because reality feels unbearable? In this video, we'll explore radical acceptance, a transformative skill from dialectical behavioral therapy that helps reduce suffering and find peace even in life's toughest moments. In this video, I'm going to share what is radical acceptance and what it isn't, common misconceptions about radical acceptance, the benefits of practicing radical acceptance, practical tips to apply this skill in your daily life, and real life examples of how radical acceptance works. Be sure to watch until the end because I'm going to give you some examples of how to use radical acceptance, okay? So, what is radical acceptance? It's a distress tolerance skill, which means that it's a skill to use when you're emotionally overwhelmed, and it's about fully accepting reality as it is without judgment or resistance. One of the main reasons why people either don't want to try this or have trouble with it is because they think that acceptance means agreeing or condoning the things that we don't like. Radical acceptance isn't about that. It's about acknowledging what is, not agreeing. There's a big difference. If I radically accept that my boyfriend is cheating on me, that doesn't mean I'm all right with it. It just means that I'm not in denial. So many times we deal with problems by acting as if they don't exist, and this sets up a situation where we keep having the same problem over and over again, or we end up in a stalemate because nothing changes. Radical acceptance puts you in the driver's seat where you can begin to create change. Another reason why people find this skill hard is that they think it's the same thing as resignation. When you are in a non-judgmental space of acceptance, that's not giving up. Resignation is submission. There's nothing weak or submissive about radical acceptance. It's an act of courage that allows you to participate in life as it is. So it's a step into your power. And one of the benefits of practicing radical acceptance is that you don't feel like a wimp or a victim. You're not passive. You're in a space of power and choice. When we're blaming, complaining, playing the victim, and resisting what is, there's no power there. That creates and prolongs suffering because fighting with reality prolongs suffering and amplifies our pain, shame, and frustration. So accepting puts you in a place where emotional healing can happen because it breaks the cycle of negative emotions. So how do you do radical acceptance? Well, truly, there are a lot of other DBT skills embedded in this skill, but to keep things simple, I'm going to give you the quick and dirty method. So first, you objectively observe what's happening. So take out any judgments and assumptions. We're looking for just the facts. And once we know the facts, we're going to state the facts and acknowledge that it is what it is. Then let yourself feel what you feel. If you're angry, delighted, sad, or disappointed, you've got to feel that. So many times people rush to the it's okay, they did the best they could thing because we think that that's what we're supposed to do. But unless and until you really feel your feelings, it's not really radical acceptance, it's faking fine. And once you've been honest with yourself and felt your feelings, commit to accepting the situation. Mantras really help with this. Mine is, it is what it is. Some people hate that. So if you find one that works for you, like you win some, you lose some, or everything changes, whatever that is, you use the one that works with you. Radical acceptance isn't about giving up. It's about letting go of resistance to what we cannot change so we can focus on what we can change. So here are some examples so you can see what I mean. Let's say that you apply for your dream job and you get a notification saying that they're going with another candidate. Obviously, you're going to be really bummed by that. It would probably be a good idea to talk about it. You might share what the job meant to you and how disappointed you are. Maybe you don't start out in a space of radical acceptance. Maybe you throw in a couple of things like, this can't be happening, or this isn't fair. But once you felt your feelings and you have felt heard, it's a lot easier to say something like, well, it was good practice. I learned some things and I'm going to be better prepared for the next interview. So let's look at another example. You are the workhorse in the office. Your boss needs something important done right away because a deadline is coming up. So he takes it from your coworker and gives it to you. In order to meet the deadline, you're going to have to cancel an event tonight that you're really looking forward to. Now, you might get tempted to go tell your coworker off or down a chocolate cake to make yourself feel better. You might be thinking, this is not how things should work. And none of those things are effective. One big tip off that you're not in a space of radical acceptance is the word should. What you could do instead is tell your boss that you have plans and you're not available. If you're an hourly employee, you could probably get away with that. But if you're salaried, it probably won't fly. But this is a boundary issue. So I try that first before just accepting that you're getting dumped on and you always have to come to the rescue. Radical acceptance is not about accepting getting dumped on. It's okay to have boundaries and to say no. With radical acceptance, you only accept what you cannot change. And in this situation, if you have to cancel your plans and work late, then radical acceptance is staying late, doing a good job, and not taking it out on your boss or your coworkers without shooting them daggers or thinking negative things about them. When your mind is clear and uncluttered, you know you are doing it well because you feel no resistance. If there's a DBT topic you'd like to see covered, let me know in the comments and I'll be glad to create that for you. Ciao. Thanks for watching.